Gentlemen, in the top... No. We're gonna try again. In the mid-right part of this map, we're gonna have Franscar, who was just knocked down from the winner's bracket by Beastie Cutie. So there's no shame in that, just to put it that way. He also won the first Starbow Ladder Cup qualifier we had. This is the third one. This is from the third Starbow Ladder Cup qualifier, by the way. This is one of those games I didn't cast live, so I'm casting it from a replay now. And he's going to be playing versus KSW, who we've been following today. He got knocked down in the losers bracket by Capri. Then he beat Dragoni, and then he beat Capri again. Or he beat Capri because Capri got knocked down. And then he beat, just recently, Nap in a very short game, where Nap was completely unprepared for a Hydra bust. So let's see how well he can do versus Franscar, who's no new Starbow player. Franscar's been playing Starbow for a very long time. He's actually currently a Starbow developer. He's helping the development team to develop Starbow. He's pretty much plays all races, which is useful, and he won the entire first Starbow Ladder Cup. Like he won enough. Well, he played enough qualifiers to get qualified, and then he won the entire final event. He won $250, which he all donated back into this event, and he won the first qualifier of this event, and he's also qualified then to play in the finals, which will be on the 16th and the 17th of August. In the meantime, KSW Drone is going to be annoying and deny Franscar's quick one pylon expansion, and I think he can justify that by... Did he scout his opponent to see there was no early pool? Yes, he did. Oh, he actually has a drone there now. Probe. I just didn't see it because this map is kind of dark. Kentuva, who made this map, which looks so good, by the way, he's gonna make a lighter version of it. So he's gonna try and brighten up the textures a little bit. Because if you look in the Fog of War, it's kind of dark. It depends on your graphic settings, of course. If you do just the hybrid settings, it's actually quite light and nice. But hybrid settings are not really default settings by any measure of the word default. So. Franscar going for a gateway first. This is going to be very interesting. His opponent still has not started. He's going to have 3 hatch before pool because he sees that super early nexus. And Franscar has still not scouted a spawning pool. It's like, am I really sure there's no spawning pool here? Still no spawning pool? There he goes. And it's so reassuring to scout the beginning of it because then you know you didn't miss it. So you know you can feel very safe doing something like this. Hey dude 707, good to see you. Dude 707 did actually contribute somewhat to the prize pool. I forget how much it was, but we appreciate any donation to the prize pool of the Starbow Ladder Cups. This was only a qualifier, there's no prize pool for that, but the final event, which is going to be the 16th and 17th of August, like I said, now have $430 in the prize pool, which is quite a lot, and it's all from donations. There's no sponsors for these tournaments. We kind of wanted it, but man, it's a lot of work trying to get sponsors, especially for Starbow these days. So it's so much easier just to base it off of donations. It was $20, and thank you so much for that. I forgot it was 10 or 20, so that's positive for you that it was 20 when I when I say it that way. So we really appreciate that. KSW is getting his surveys up. He is getting gas. He's not getting speed yet, but he doesn't have the gas to get it, so why am I even saying that? But he's getting lots and lots of Zerlings, because he has to, because there's Zealots incoming. Blah, so many words with Z, it's so hard to say. And Zealot is gonna start killing the Zerlings. And this pylon is not here for warpins like it would be in StarCraft 2. It's here because you can energize them and heal up Zealots. If you have enough energy on it, you need 35 energy, and oh, there we go. He did it from one of the nexuses. So this works like a shield battery now, where it drains its own shield to heal up the shield of your units, but you have to target them. It doesn't do it automatically like a medic would. And it's not like it's one shield for one shield. It's like one shield for 3 or something. So it's quite a good ratio. And the shield on the pylon is regenerated faster once it has this ability on it. So it's a pretty good shield battery. But it doesn't last for that long, it lasts for like 30 seconds or so it's soon going to be stopped draining out. But he's doing a really good pulling back the weakened one, healing them up, and killing so many Zerglings in the meantime. This is a very effective harassment from Franscar. He's been doing this quite a lot with the pylon shield. It's really cool. It's also going to keep the pylon alive longer because now it has more shields. He's going to try and kill this pylon actually because it kind of works as shield battery. And he got the queen! Very nice from Franscar. He's going to try and get down the hatchery. He's only got 3 zealots speeding down the hatchery. It's going to take some while. He doesn't want to lose the pylon, but it's not the biggest of deals. It kind of did its work. So I think getting those 2 zealots there surrounded was unnecessary, to be honest. And now there's just going to be floods and floods of zerglings from these 3 hatcheries, and KSW is going to be able to hold this now. I don't know if Franscar might have a hard time dealing with. Okay, he hasn't even started a forge, and this is so many zealots. And yeah, this is going to be hard for Franscar to defend. Like, yeah, like they're saying, that was close to an all-in. But like an all-in on 2 bases though, it's kind of a weird all-in. Well, for Starbow that is. But man, these Zerglings are so strong, and they're going to start to surround. Oh, he's falling off completely, so he can actually defend. And here comes again the heal from the pylon is going to help a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be enough because the DPS of these Zerglings is so incredibly high. Look at all the red Zerglings, like they're look like they've been plagued. They were like all very, very much in the red, and he's gonna have to morph them. Oh, but I don't know if you should have cancelled that. It would have gone down anyway, but we might have had a better position first. Oh, he's gonna bring the probes, and he should be fine. But here comes another swell of Hydralisk this time, and he's gonna need to get so many more cannons to defend versus this. Franscar in a pretty bad spot. He's got a lot of workers, so if his opponent, if he can just hold on for a while, because his opponent isn't making that many more drones. He might be fine. He might be fine. We'll see. But here comes the Hydralisk. I was just waiting for them to come. I was so lazy I didn't even follow them. But Hydralisk already have they already have speed. They don't have range yet. He already chronoed those cannons. That was kind of a little bit too early, and he doesn't have. He's not even close to getting speed on these zealots. The Twilight Council just started. He needs to get some gateways up again. He needs more cannons. Needs more of pretty much everything, and he doesn't have it. He's gonna chrono boost it once again, but it's just like kind of preemptive. And no! You don't want to go in there with the zealots. They need to stay behind. Make sure they attack with the photon cannons. Why is he doing this with the probes? He wants to get him into the photon cannons. And as long as he just sits out there, Franscar is fine for now. He doesn't need to move out anyway. He just needs to stay alive. Franscar is staying alive. Staying alive? Hopefully he is. So here comes the leg enhancement, here comes the +1, and all the cannons finishes. He's gonna hold this now, I think. That's a lot of cannons. If these 2 cannons can finish without... Ooh, okay, now here he goes. He's gonna DPS down 1 cannon so fast. The chrono boost and the cannons, though, shooting machine gun cannons, shooting down Hydras so fast. It's very high DPS versus high DPS with cannons versus Hydras. Both of them have very little HP and a lot of DPS. And as long as you have enough chrono boost, which he doesn't at the moment, he only has 2, and he keeps using it on units and +1 and leg enhancements, so these cannons will not be as strong anymore. And KSW isn't really expanding off of this, nor is he building too many workers. He's building some, but he's actually staying behind in worker count. He's staying ahead in army supply at least. So this is all in-ish from KSW. He's getting a layer out of this hydro pressure, and now he might just have to give it up. Well, he can sit outside here and be annoying. There's no lurkers or anything like that. But Franscar, like, he's not gonna break this anytime soon. He would have to need some drop or something to deal with that. Oh, he's gonna hallucinate out of Corsair just to see what's going on. That's very smart. Franscar at this point really want to know if his opponent is staying all in or not. And the answer is maybe. Like, he keeps making Hydras, but he's also like getting 1 drone, 1 hatchery in here and there. But the hatchery is in base somewhere. Yeah, he's not actually expanding. He's getting upgrades though. Oh, why is he? Oh, he transfused the evolution chamber, and I don't know if he knows that doesn't do anything. That's like, it's not a chrono boost for upgrades. Anyhow, Franscar now has the speed. He's getting the Zealot count. He's getting High Templars. He's getting Storm. He's getting everything he needs to deal with Hydralisks. What he's not getting though is anything to do with Mutalisks. But luckily for him, there's no Spiring coming, so he should be fine. Actually, the Spore Caller. The hallucination works. He's getting a Spore Caller now. No, this is versus Dark Templars. Yes, this is for Dark Templars. He knows, because there's an Overseer. He knows that the Templar Archive is out, and here, ooh, nice, gets the Changeling, but that was shut down super fast. Franscar on top of his game. So it's going to be very exciting to see when Franscar is going to move out, if he's going to be able to actually beat down these Hydras and get something done in this game. You kind of feel that he's been playing from behind, but he's actually been ahead in worker count this whole game. Now his income is staying fairly similar, just because he's so far ahead in Harvesters. Look at that. But his opponent has 1 more base though, so that he's not too far behind. but 11, 10, and 13. So he's barely mining anything. Yeah, 20 and 22, and that's actually it, even though like more than 8 workers will give you diminishing returns, it's still like it's not that much diminishing returns. So when you have like 20, 20, it's actually a lot better than 10, 10, 10, 10. Like it seems like it is right now. It's fairly similar, at least. It's actually exactly the same now. So Franscar is moving out. He's going to try and take this base, which is going to be incredibly difficult to hold, to be honest. Zealots, Hydralisks, that's what those are called. Oh, they're going to try and move around and flank. Are they going to try? Okay, he's going to try and pick up some High Templars first. That's really good, trying to bait up the storm before the flank. It's going to be really hard to flank, though, because you want to micro and flank at the same time. This is going to be an... If you can make this happen... No, he's going to come back here with these Hydralisks instead. These two are kind of way off, and this is a lot of Hydras. A very good storm here, though. And I don't know if Franscar can deal with that many Hydras. They're moving back through the storm, though, and... Oh, wow, okay, the storm is chewing the Hydras apart here, and he might be able to do this, but there's just so many of them. Zerg units everywhere, and I think he just never built this base, or canceled it. Yeah, he never built it, and he doesn't have the minerals to do this, and he needs more storm. I don't know if he has it. He doesn't really have the energy for it yet, I think. And Franscar's going to lose a pylon, which is unfortunate because these Photon Cannons, yes, he's going to have to cancel them and pull back. He's not going to be expanding anytime soon. He's going to lose a High Templar. He needs to get some storm off. He's losing. Oh, he had 75 energy for a storm there, and he lost it. The story of this game, on this map, man, it was the same versus Dirty Bag. Killing off High Templars with barely enough energy. The Overseer is going to use all his eyes to see all that he can see. 15 of them? No, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that. A lot of Dragoons for Franscar. I guess he's suspecting the Lurker switch, but it's not really happening. Instead, he's making Corsairs. I think he saw that... I mean, Scourge, he saw that Corsair, and he was like super worried about it, but it was only a hallucination. He's pulling out Hawk versus Hydra there, Franscar was. So this is the very slow expansion. He's going to keep building pylons all the way down until he gets to this base. This is going to be very hard for Franscar to move out from. He's got an incredible concave here. KSW can just go for a super... Look at that setup position, man. Look at that. And Franscar does not know what's going to hit him. Look at that. He's going to be attacked from every angle with Hydralisks, and he's going to be sorry. He needs to storm every single angle. Now, this is a little bit hard for KSW to micro 3 angles at the same time, but he can do it. He's pretty good. And the Hydras... Gonna get more and more squishy as long as there are High Templars incoming for Franscar, and he's gonna have to think about getting some Lurkers, getting them Cracklings, maybe some Ultralisks. And here comes the Lurker then. So it's very late. He's been staying on Hydras for so long, but they are fairly well upgraded. 1-1 versus a 2-0 army, so it's fairly equal on upgrades. Here comes the Zealots though, and he's gonna try. Wow, this micro from the Hydras are actually really good. Spreading out in all different directions. Here come the storms though, but he's gonna have to get the perfect storms to deal with this. Look at the number of Hydras, it's just incredible. Look at this. Oh, it's a really good storm. But I don't know if it's enough. This is gonna be very hard for Franscar to hold, and it's only Dragoons versus Hydras now, and that's not a good it's not a good unit to beat Hydras with. It's kind of Hydras are kind of like a soft counter to Dragoons, but Franscar is staying alive, but he's not expanding, and his opponent is expanding twice, but it's not really saturating from it. Lurkerden is almost done. My voice is about to get done as well. There is more storm. Okay, there's one. It's only 2 storms. It's got a War Prism now. He's got to be careful with that. He's losing another High Templar. Okay, there's not a lot of Hydralisks left now. He should be able to push this, but it's gonna be okay. Here comes. Wow, as I said that, there's like a huge group of Hydras coming. He takes down the War Prism. He can't harass anymore now. Franscar is just desperately looking for bases. His main base is getting close to mine out. Both of his bases are really close to mine out. He almost took both his main and his natural at the same time. That's how fast he expanded in this game. So he's gonna try and go for this base yet again, but he doesn't really have the army to do so. Army supply though is incredibly similar. He can use the Scourge Scout, maybe try and pick up an Observer, but he needs an Overseer to help him with that. Here comes more Hydralisks. It's so many. It's so incredibly many. I'm gonna pick off a couple of Zealots with their spitting needles, spitting acid needles. And the Nexus might just go down. That's a pretty big storm. Could have been slightly better, but that was a fairly decent storm. It's just so many Hydras. This is incredible. He might have needed to add Reavers with his High Templars just to get enough splash damage out there. And he's gonna lose all the High Templars. Man, KSW is doing a really good job targeting the High Templars. Franscar is losing them. He's gonna keep this Nexus alive for now, though. 28 Zerglings incoming. He sees all the Dragoons like, wait, you know what? I'm just gonna make tons and tons of Zerglings. No Lurkers have been made yet still. Now that was an excellent storm, and he stays in it, and that's unfortunate for these Hydralisks. And I don't know if Franscar can hold, though. Like, even if he lost so many units in that storm, really doesn't matter, because, man, so many units from KSW. His macro is just crazy off the hook now, and this base is most definitely going to go down now. But he's losing even more High Templars. He could make some Archons here now, I feel, because he doesn't have any energy left on them. One more storm incoming, and that's it. No more units for Franscar. This base is going to go down. Oh, he didn't cancel it! That's unfortunate, and yeah, I don't see this going too well for Franscar at all. It's just too much pressure from Zerg. Too many units, too much macro, too much production. Oh, it's gonna save that pylon, that's something. But every Zerg unit feels so expendable at this point. When you look at, if you look at the income here, like, wait, actually I can just do like that. I don't have to even look at the income that way. It's just, yeah, wow, the APM of KSW is, wow, it's been skyrocketing. Like, his APM has not been this good yet, I think. This is pretty nice. When it matters, his APM is fairly high, even though his money is getting high. But here comes Lurkers, better late than never, and the Lurkers right now are still going to do a lot of damage, just because the army of Franscar is so small. And he's switching over to Zergling Lurker. I don't know if he even needed that. I think he just stayed on Hydras and be fine, but it's a natural switch at this point. In the meantime, oh, it's going to deny a sneaky expansion attempt. Oh, now he's finally... Actually, Franscar tried to sneaky expand now. He could have had an expansion up a long time ago here, because it's only now that KSW is scanning this. But in the meantime, storms are going to go off everywhere, and GG, Franscar loses the rest of his tiny army, and KSW moves on.